Guide to Pronunciation, Introduction to Linguistics Terms. Introduction. This course aims to assist English learners better understand some of the rules of English pronunciation. We'll begin by defining some terminology in linguistics that will lay the groundwork. This includes key concepts such as phonetics, phonology, morphology, and syntax. Understanding these terms will enable us to delve deeper into the intricacies of English sounds, word formation, and sentence structure. By grasping these fundamental linguistic concepts, learners will be better equipped to articulate English words and phrases accurately and confidently. Included in this course, we have a 30-page ebook available exclusively to our members. Write to us or visit the website linked below for more. Linguistics, the scientific study of human languages. Linguistics, briefly, is the scientific study of language and its structure. It involves analyzing language form, language meaning, and language in context. Linguists traditionally analyze human language by observing an interplay between sound and meaning. It consists mainly of four subsets: phonetics, phonology, morphology, and syntax. Phonetics is the study of the physical sounds of human speech. Phonology is the study of the way sounds function within a particular language or languages. Morphology is the study of the internal structure of words. Syntax is the study of how words combine to form grammatical sentences. Phonemes. As we now know, in linguistics, phonology is the study of how sounds function within a particular language. It examines the patterns and rules that govern the organization and use of sounds, known as phonemes, to create meaningful words and sentences. Phonology analyzes the distinctive features of sounds, their distribution, and their interactions with one another. By understanding phonology, we can uncover the underlying structures and processes that shape the sounds of the English language. Letters. So the word phoneme is used to describe the smallest unit of a word that is articulated, for instance makes a sound. Letters, by contrast, often represent phonemes, but are not always a one-to-one correspondence. In other words, phonemes can be thought of as the building blocks of pronunciation, as they correspond directly to the sounds we produce when speaking. Letters are different in that they are symbolic representations for sounds used in writing. A single letter can represent more than one sound. The letter C, for example, used in city sounds differently than the same letter C used in car. What's more, multiple letters can represent a single phoneme, such as sh. So while the English alphabet has only 26 letters, there are a much larger set of sounds that these letters can make, both individually and combined. Since English is only one of hundreds of languages that can be studied from a linguistic perspective, we can think of it as a language that uses a phonemic alphabet for its writing system. The phonemic alphabet refers to a writing system where letters correspond to sounds, phonemes, in a language. Other writing systems. The English alphabet just so happens to be the universal or de facto writing system in use today, but other languages have writing systems that work very differently. Compare English with Chinese, Arabic, or Hebrew. We can see completely different approaches to the way in which a language is represented in writing. Chinese uses what is known as logographic characters rather than an alphabet. Each character represents either a sound, phoneme, or unit of meaning, morpheme, or both. There is no consistent letter-sound correspondence. Japanese also uses a combination of logographic Chinese characters, kanji, along with two phonetic syllabaries, hiragana and katakana. The relationships between letters and sounds are more complex than an alphabet. Arabic has an alphabetic script but contains letters that are not strictly phonemic. Some letters change shape depending on their position in a word. Vowel sounds are often not written or require diacritic marks, and so on. Morphology and word inflection. Note the term morpheme that was mentioned above. Morphology, as we know, is another subset of study in linguistics. It focuses on the structure, formation, and classification of words, rather than the way in which sounds are uttered. Morphology examines how words are formed and how the components of words, morphemes, combine to create meaning. So, if a phoneme is a unit of sound, a morpheme is a unit of meaning. The root word found in morphology is morph, which also means to change. A different word we use to denote how a word changes is inflection. Inflection means to change the spelling, for instance adding prefixes and suffixes, off the word to accord with a different grammatical function. Pause the video on the next slide to read the examples. Prefixes, suffixes and root words. As we see here, suffixes such as s, ed, I, and li get added and combined together at the end of the word to give it a different grammatical function. For instance, singular and plural form, verb conjugation, changing from an adjective to an adverb, etc. Prefixes are added before the word to modify its meaning. Consider interesting and uninteresting. Un denotes not or the opposite. We call the uninflected words the base word, or sometimes the root word, and the inflected forms, those that have been modified, either inflected forms, derivatives, or sometimes participle forms. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are another category. These are words that, for a variety of reasons that include sound and spelling, language of origin from which the word was borrowed from, etc., do not follow typical patterns. Rather, different rules can apply. Refer to our grammar course for more on irregular verbs. Combining forms. Lastly, in our discussion of morphemes, we finish by highlighting what are known as combining form root words. Combining forms are word parts that are added to a root word to create a new word with a specific meaning. In the case of photograph, the combining form photo is derived from the Greek word pho with macron s, meaning light. The root word graph comes from the Greek word graphene, meaning to write or to draw. By combining the two root words together, photo and graph, we create the word photograph, which literally means to write or draw with light. In this case, the word refers to capturing an image using light, sensitive materials, or electronic sensors. The combining form photo can be used with other root words to create words related to light or photography. For example, photocopy, a copy made by using light-sensitive materials. Photogenic, having qualities that are attractive or suitable for being photographed. Photosynthesis, the process by which plants use light energy to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose and oxygen. In summary, combining forms like photo and root words like graph are used to create new words with specific meanings, and they help us understand the origin and composition of those words. For more about prefixes, suffixes, and combining forms, refer to our Unlocking Academic English course. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting our efforts by liking it and sharing it with others. Follow this channel for regularly posted content. Visit our website at www.practicalenglishwithdarcy.blogspot.com to browse our extensive course catalog, and write to us if you would like to have a consultation about how to become a member.